The sheriff says you're in the club now. I volunteered to show you around and what's off limits and shit, and this is as good a time as any. None of these garage doors down here work. But it ain't like any of us have cars anyway. It needs work, but it's big. The biggest room here yet. You got electric hookup, bathroom, and shower upstairs, dedicated rats, neighbors you've never met, and trash. Lots of trash. It's all yours.
Thank
Take a
you.
look around. Let me know what you think. Not that it matters, because I'm getting my room back either way. And we can keep on with the tour.
Alright, thank you. I would love to... Okay, let me quickly make a bed and save.
But she engineered the vines to draw the heavier elements out of the water, which removes most contamination before it even gets to the purifier. Crenshaw said it reminded him of something that a group on the West Coast was doing, using plants to remove radioactive contamination. What they remove gets deposited in those giant things that look like crystals there. I got no idea how it works.
Oh.
The vault purifier takes care of the rest of it topside. Babs tried to explain how that works to me too, and I think I fell asleep. So have a look around, but don't go pissing in it or anything. That's pretty much the orientation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sugabona Gaijin speaking from Tokyo, and welcome back to Fallout 4 Survival, the Bleachers, where last time we had quite a bit of story development. We learned that Lily is alive, we went to rescue her from the Institute, and brought her back to the Fencer department. Now we've been instructed to wait a couple of days, which I did, until we get a prompt to go and visit the good doctor, Barbara, between 6 and 9 a.m. It is now 7:11, so we should be fine. So, let's see. What do we have? Greens on a long and important non-combat quest. Okay. Very clear. It's going to be
They were right.
all about
I
storytelling.
wasn't good. I thought you were dead. I didn't eat or sleep very much, and we haven't had dinner night since. It was just too painful without you.
She's right, Lily. We all had a tough time. But Bob here.
I'm sorry. I tried to escape. They would beat me to a pulp every time. I needed to see you and Rizzo again. But it was just... They had me locked up too well. And that courser... You kept hurting me. Bad.
Oh, my dear Lily. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry this happened to you.
No, it's not like that. You don't owe any apologies. I guess we're just trying to say how much we missed you and how different it was.
Saying sorry doesn't
We thought
mean
you were
apologize.
dead, Lily. But
Means
Bob
you
and the
feel
sheriff
sorry
didn't give
for the
up.
other person, right?
They kept pushing for info on that gas chromie thingy.
GCIRMS. He's right. The sheriff pushed me and gave me the room to set it up. Your friend got the parts, and I ran the tests.
So you got a Gen 3 synth test where you don't gotta deactivate him first now? And you use that to figure out it was a body double?
That's exactly it, Lily. You were all I could think about when the sheriff greenlit the plan to get one. The sheriff too, but she'd never admit it.
Aw, I'd call a group hug, but we got company.
Well, look who just popped in. Lily's protector. I know the sheriff wanted me to give you the orientation, but Lily here is feeling well enough, and she insisted on doing it.
Hey there. The sheriff says you're in the club now. I volunteered to show you around and what's off limits and shit, and this is as good a time as any. Talk to you later, Babs. We got a lot of catching up to do.
That's fine. The sheriff, Lieutenant Dan, and I have a lot of work for all the telemetry Crenshaw gathered.
I assume we're on for dinner night again?
You better believe we are.
Stay safe, sis.
Come on, I'll show you around the green zone. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm taking my room back. I lined up a replacement for you, so it's all good.
All
I'll
right.
show you where it's at.
Okay, so we need to follow Lily. Lily? All right.
Just to warn you, the green zone is locked down real tight, and everyone cleared for it needs to be given the orientation tour, so to speak. The FSD only suffers one fool, the one talking to you now. But for the others, this tour shows you what's off limits so we don't have any misunderstandings, if you know what I mean. Anyway, this is the frontside storeroom for the FSD. This is where we crack open those Vault-Tec crates that Crenshaw and the Scavs find. You'd think they were booby-trapped or something the way nobody opens them, but nope. They're just filled with piles of nice shit. Makes you wonder what everyone out there is smoking. Those double doors
true.
over there lead to the service entrance where the caravans and scavengers bring stuff in. Sergeant McGilly's in charge of that area. He's a real Dudley Do-Right type, but he's good at his job. I think he and Oaks are in a competition for the most humorless bastard while on duty. Those barrels are full of cotton from Bob's greenhouse, destined to be turned into fabric and other textiles. Come on, let me show you why Babs might be the richest girl in Boston. Not that there's much of an economy left.
That is true. We cannot open those Vault-Tec containers normally. Oh. All right.
Right here is where the FSD gets their money. They take the cotton Babs grows, gin it, spin it, and weave it into actual useful fabrics. Staff from Diamond City does most of the work for making the fabric, since it's pretty tedious. Then Luna screen prints the camo herself in large batches, cuts and rolls it into the bolts for Lucas and Becky, who buy it up fast as we make it.
So you don't
They
need
both pay
pre-war
seriously good caps to have the only new fabric in the Commonwealth. The other caravans buy less, but they're also reliable customers. When you got 4 or 5 merchant caravans throwing caps at you, well, let's just say now you know how this operation stays funded. Babs' giant brain. Those red and black banners up there are the power armor units we got and their current operators. The sheriff is FSD-1. Crenshaw is 9, I think, but he doesn't usually wear his power armor. He says it slows him down too much. The sheriff says she does that so the civilians know who's in that helmet. She says it puts him on the FSD's side. And I gotta hand it to her. It must be working. Kids have their favorite deputies and follow them around at the marketplace. They love that mean red glare, and how much it scares the shit out of any of the schmucks dumb enough to fuck with Diamond City. Speaking of power armor, I wonder if Lieutenant Spears is in the bay. Let's go say hi.
Very nice. Now we know how they make money. Very nice. I'm not gonna steal.
So, we're gonna go into the main area of the department now. You know DP, but you ain't met Luna yet. The two of them made the 3 stained glass windows with Luna's fusion kill to try and match the ones in the diner. Babs used some of her chemistry voodoo to color the glass. I think they did a pretty good job, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the power armor bay back there, and as I figured, Lieutenant Spears is working on power armor. He heads up the mechanized force in the department, the power armor units. He knows his shit about how to fight them. So much that he teaches some seriously effective power armor tactics classes. I passed him with flying colors and took the course again. It's just that good. Come on, he's a pretty cool guy. Let's go say hi.
Let's go say hi.
Hey,
Need something?
over here.
I'll take care of it.
Hey,
Shouldn't you be following Lily? This isn't the kind of place you want to stop to raise suspicions.
Yo, Spears, how's the heavy metal?
Hey, little Lily. There she is, Diamond Lil, back from the dead. I heard the good news. I'm glad you stopped by already. I don't know what I'd do without my favorite power armor courier keeping me supplied.
Favorite power armor courier? Only power armor courier? Why split hairs?
You got me there, but I still wouldn't trade your supply for anybody else's. I'm surprised to see you up and around so soon. How you feeling?
I got a headache, but so far I'm holding it together. You know how it is. Hey, is that the sheriff's T-53 behind me there?
Actually, that is a second T-53 the Outcast traded us for. I love them. They may not have the speed of a T-60, but they're old reliables. Beat on it, dip it in glue, store it in wet salt for a year, the T-53 don't care. You just slap a fusion core in it and it'll still work fine.
Those are so badass looking, like medieval knights or something. You gonna put those same black wings on it like you did for the sheriff?
Those wings of hers generate a EMP field. Any toaster that lays their hands on the wear goes down like a ton of bricks. But yeah, we're planning on getting a few of these units unless by some miracle someone destroys the Institute.
Fat chance of that. None of us are that lucky. Oh hey, so this is my friend here, the one that helped Crenshaw from the Institute. The sheriff said the Green Zone tour was in order for that little assist.
Oh yeah, I heard something about Iggy getting some help. So that was you? Thanks for bringing our Lily back.
That's what friends are for.
And that's how we work here. I think you'll fit in nicely. So how's your frame handling my little improvements?
Oh man, Spears, they're amazing! I can bench press a bus in my power armor now. I just fold them Raider power armors up into paper birds while they're in it. Last guy I came across, I turned the knees and elbows 90 degrees the wrong way. Guy looked like he was walking with his power armor on backwards. I mean, he wasn't really walking. He was screaming in agony as his suit erupted in flames, but it was still funny. I guess you had to be there. I even got a bet with Crenshaw I can shove one of their heads up their own asses with it. 25 caps.
First I give you the best liners I've ever made in my entire life, then you stomp around with that glowing blood all over your leg, and now you're gonna use my servos to shove a Raider's head up his own ass? Like, literally?
Hey, number one, it's called a personality. You military types should try it sometime. I curb stomped that feral fair and square. Second, you tricked out my frame for a reason, right? I didn't think you'd want me to use all that juice handing out flowers.
The reason was to keep you safe, but I suppose Lily will be Lily. Give it a good shove for me, too. Let me know how it handles the pressure.
You talking the Raider's ass or the power armor frame?
Great to have you back. You stay safe out there now, got it?
You know it, Spears. I'm gonna go annoy the sheriff now.
Nice.
The EMR emitter is on and all readings on it are nominal. If it works at all, it's working now. That radio station is too fuzzy for a clear signal. Which means if the Institute tries to...
There she is. Yo, Sheriff, how's it hanging?
Not now, Lily.
I'll be real quick.
You're never quick.
So I wanted to thank you for letting my friend here in the green zone.
Don't mention it.
Nah, seriously, it was really...
No, please, I mean it. Don't mention it. I'm busy.
Ooh, what you got cooking up now? Can I see?
No, we're done with that. For your protection, Lily.
Hmm?
The Institute kidnapped you and
I
would have
like
killed
this
you
shirt.
for what you know. You've never seen Luna at the meetings, have you? And she's safer for it. We can't have you knowing too much anymore. That's the way it is.
Okay then. Can I talk to you about taking the synth hunter job?
Absolutely not.
Not a
What?
good idea.
No.
Aw, that's bullshit. I can fight just as well as any of your troops and better than most. Why not?
Because it's my call.
You're a target.
Crenshaw's intel said other civilians in the bleachers are marked too. And they've agreed to abide by safety measures.
Exactly.
But,
You're not getting the job. End of discussion.
well, shit.
Look. It's not happening, Lily, but I want to talk to you later. Come find me after I'm off duty. Alone. It's important.
Something she can't tell.
Okay,
well.
well, can I at least show my friend around the cistern?
Lock it when you're done. Make sure the other measures are active.
Thanks, Sheriff. Dinner night is back on, you know.
Will you leave if I promise to come?
Love you too, Sheriff. I'll stop by later on. Alright then, let's go check out the front area and say hi to Commander Delano.
I wish we could romance the sheriff. I really like her. Lily, you already have a boyfriend.
So that was Lieutenant Dan with her. He's number 2 and was in the Brotherhood of Steel. Ooh, donuts! The Brotherhood of Steel Corps of Engineers.
Artifact.
Something they call an engineer scribe. He was one of the ones in the sheriff's squad who turned outcast with her, along with the 3 other lieutenants, including Crenshaw.
Weird artifact.
They brought the T-60s they purloined from the Brotherhood when the sheriff agreed to stay and head up the FSD. Us townies call them the Four Horsemen, on account of them rolling into town with those T-60s on horse-drawn carriages. Anyway, don't let that scribe designation fool you. Lieutenant Dan got the same field training the rest of them did. He'll fuck some unlucky shit's day up just as fast as the other 3. But a lot of the machinery, HVAC, the sheriff's arm, and just about anything with moving parts around here is working because he made it work. Well, it looks like they were going over the data that Crenshaw collected. As much as I hate to admit it, it is safer we don't know that stuff. I ain't eager to get kidnapped again and have my head drilled a second time.
Right. Lily?
Feral ghouls like to hide in the dark. Makes night patrol a real fright fest.
Lily, where do we go now?
We got plenty of time to talk after the orientation. We're always in such a hurry.
Oh, there was a bathing issue with my credit. Got it.
We got purified.
This is the front end of the FSD. You got desks where they do boring paperwork, and a smoky room of body odor they call the break room back there. Through those bars is the weapons storage and locker room. It'd be best if you just didn't go in there, otherwise they get pretty upset.
Okay.
Up here's the pride and joy of the FSD scavvers. They dug this mosaic out of the lobby of Cambridge Polymer, rigged it and got it across the river. If that wasn't enough, they hoisted it all the way up here and got it through the window in one piece. It's a real beauty, isn't it? Anyway,
Yeah, really
they call
nice.
this area the Yellow Zone, because Oaks can clear people to come in here one at a time, if they need it. Usually they're the medical emergencies or the more specialized contract hunters. Like the synth hunter job I apparently can't have. Ugh. And we're not gonna bother saying hi to Oaks at the entrance. Trust me, he doesn't want to talk. And he's got his reasons.
He's still here.
Besides, he knows you're good. You wouldn't be in the green zone if he and the sheriff didn't agree on it. He might not be one of the lieutenants, but that's in title only. He's been with the FSD from the minute they were a thing. He's a Diamond City native. I've known him my whole life. But he's going through some difficult stuff right now. Best to let him be. Normally, Commander Delano, Angie, is at the front window. Must be off doing something.
That's the lady
We're gonna
here,
swing
right?
by her room. I'll introduce you later.
Okay.
But for now, we're heading for right field.
Okay. Nice. I really like the art.
Can't believe I'm posted outside the wall. Who the heck did I piss off?
Are you okay? Lily?
Hey.
What's up?
Move here.
All right. Defending Diamond City is nothing me, my boys, the wall, and the turrets.
Alright, so we go. Oh, hi, Sheriff. Drinking coffee.
Hey. Here.
You got it.
So that's... We came from that room, right? Yes. Access tunnels. Alright.
This long-ass tunnel is the pipe chase leading to right field. Yeah, I know the stairs are a little overdone, but the FSD likes to be intimidating. You're gonna come to learn we're big on sending messages in the Bleachers. Besides, you have to admit the flaming synth skulls are kinda cool. Mostly this tunnel just takes you to right field and back. Sometimes you'll see the deputies bowling or finding some private time. So I gotta warn you, we're about to head into right field. This is pretty much where all the deputies who don't have homes in Diamond City live. They got their homes, families, beds, businesses, dinner tables, and private lives back there. And they're rightfully proud of what they made. I'm not saying it's off limits to anyone else, because merchants and city residents go back there to do business all the time. But we're guests in a home, so you gotta keep that in mind.
All
You
right.
need to be respectful.
We'll try. Oh, that's another diner.
So here we are, right field, the home range of the FSD. Other than the Slocums, this side was the ticket office. When we opened up the next room up there, we found a short-ass ghoul sitting in a pile of torn-up tickets, mumbling to himself at the floor. I guess he got trapped down here from the blasts, turned into a ghoul, and went insane from the isolation, and being in pitch black for 200 years. I mean, he wasn't a feral. He just kept yammering nonsense about ticket stubs as he wandered out into the city. Nobody saw him again. Fucked up, I know. So we named the place the Stubs, in honor of Stubby, the Stubby Ghoul's random babbling.
I hope we can
He'll
find
be
that
back.
ghoul somewhere. That'd
Who
be cool.
knows? Anyway, this little establishment must have been the answer Slocum's Joe had for the left field diner. It was pretty fucked up when we first cracked open the door and let Stubby wander out. Over 200 years, he made a mess of just about everything. But after hauling a lot of rubble and trash, we fixed it up pretty nice.
Yeah.
The wiring was intact, so was the plumbing. Nobody had used it. DP made the chandeliers you see up there, and I painted anything you see on the walls on this side that ain't a donut. And then the sheriff took over. You'll find the deputies playing poker most nights. Sometimes this incels and edgelords game that Crenshaw found. It's a real strange game. You still gotta go over to DP's for a real meal. But they make donuts here using Brahmin lard, Bab's sugar beets, and razor grain flour. They still haven't found nobody to staff the place permanently. Last guy ended up eating most of the donuts. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the old ticket office up here through this door into the residential district. First on the list to meet is Gary. He's our surgeon, the one who got those fucking needles out of my head after you guys saved me. He's a really nice guy and a great doctor, but he's pretty shy. He's a resident here, so be respectful and let me do the talking at first.
Is that the Gary from the vault? The clone? I think that was what? Fallout 3, if I recall correctly. Where everyone was a Gary.
Hey, yo, Gary!
Gary!
My man! Thanks for patching me up. Sorry to sneak out in the middle of the night, but I needed to be home after that.
Gary!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the clone.
Yeah, I'll come by later. How you been?
Gary!
Nice, nice. Glad to hear. You got anything else going on?
Gary!
Gary! Ha ha ha, you dog! I had no idea! How long?
Gary!
That long? Wow. You should have told me sooner. Guess it must be pretty serious.
Gary!
Yeah, I know people made fun of me and Rizzo going out at first too. I don't blame you. I promise I won't make fun of you. What's her name?
Gary!
Well, that's a pretty name. I ain't never heard it before.
Gary!
Irish, huh? Well, that goes with the Boston decor. What's left of it, anyway.
Oh, Gary!
I bet she is. Not just any catcher's mitt off the street can bag the Gare Bear.
Gary!
Really? If a coffee's that good, we could always use someone running herd on the Slocum's counter down there. I don't have to tell you how messy it is by the end of the day.
Gary!
No way. That's awesome. We could use some good coffee around here. No offense to Luna.
Gary!
Wow, that really does sound serious. You got room for her in there?
Gary!
You got a point. She, McGilly, and Evans somehow fit all that into one room. I'm so happy for you, Gare Bear. I can't wait to meet this girl of yours and see what she does with that space down there.
Gary!
So the sheriff said she's not gonna let me take the synth hunter job. You believe that shit?
Gary!
Aw, not you too. This is fucking bullshit.
Gary!
It's a fucking conspiracy, I swear. Anyway, this is my friend. One part of the multi-person effort to spring me from the Institute. The sheriff and Oaks said we're good now.
Gary!
Any friend of Lily's a friend of mine. Or nice to meet you.
Gary!
Talk to you later, Gary. We gotta get going anyway. I want you to meet Sister Luna.
Alright.
If Babs is my best friend, then Luna is a close second. You're gonna love her. Where's my girl? Hey, Luna!
Hey, Luna.
Oh, Lily! You're conscious. Oh, it's so good to see you. I didn't know how long Gary was gonna keep you. He closed that shutter and wouldn't let anyone else but Babs in that room while he worked. I didn't see you in the bed this morning and thought the worst until Gary said he discharged you.
Discharged? Ha! No. I walked out of there myself in the middle of the night when I woke up. Gary couldn't have stopped me anyway. Went straight to Babs and collapsed in a bed while she did nerd stuff at a desk, and the sheriff kept watch. I needed to be home, if you know what I mean.
I do. sometimes just safe isn't enough. When we heard that you were... Oh, Evan. He cried so much. We all did.
I'm sorry, Luna. I tried to get away, honest. How is Evan doing, anyway? Evan is Luna's kid, my nephew from another mother. I'm sure you'll see him walking around here. Watch out for his Logo bricks on the floor around here. It's like stepping on nails.
It's not your fault, Lily. Of course you tried to get away. You're Lily. Evan's feeling a lot better now. You were out cold, but he came by and held your hand for a little when Gary was done patching you up. He's in the middle of a lesson with Zawicki, but he can't wait to see his Aunt Lily. So make some time for him. So, are you feeling okay?
I don't know. I had a weird dream when I was asleep in Babs' room. But that's not unusual considering, well, you know.
No, it's not weird at all. You went through hell. Just promise me you'll talk to someone if you keep having these dreams, okay?
Of course I will. We'll see what happens. Hey, this is my friend that I was telling you about before those fucksticks took me, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Hi there, stranger.
I don't know.
Now that we got our Lily back, things are pretty damn good. We owe you and Crenshaw some donuts.
Luna's the one who does the camouflage printing and makes the armor for the FSD.
To be fair, I repurpose standard combat armor. But you should see what I can do with a hammer, rivet gun, and engraver.
She also talked Becky and Lucas into those top shelf prices they pay.
Fuck yeah, I did. It's top shelf fabric. And because I haggled the set price, that was the haggle that keeps giving week after week. Lucas always talks about how he never wants to dicker. Funny how fast he wanted to haggle once I quoted him my first price.
Yeah, I should mention Luna's the shrewdest business owner this side of the goddamn continent.
Speaking of shrewd business owners, remember what I was telling you about Shelley, Sora, and Sean? They finally opened that Manhattan project place they were talking about. They found a nice building right on the water by some place called the Shamrock Tap House.
Oh.
I've never been there.
So the Commonwealth finally has another nightlife option? About time. I hope it's not a shithole. I'm tired of shitholes.
Super mutant.
Yeah, they showed up at the service entrance for 3 large rolls of PFP. I guess Shelley's been making new clothes to sell like she said. Sora spoiled herself with these funky green earrings. She loves them. Babs is making a couple more sets to sell on consignment here.
Oh, look at this spread. You've been working overtime to bring in the goods. What is that back there? A Vault 101 flask?
That's exactly what that is. One of a kind. Or, at least, it is up here. Crenshaw found a merchant and good neighbor who has contacts in the capital region, home of Vault 101. The same one that told him about that gunner shithead your friend took out. You know, I'm not supposed to tell anyone this, but you know that gunner contract you took from Oaks? That was the one who was behind the Fat Man during that ambush on Diamond City years ago. That fucker killed a lot of people with that one shot, not the least of which were Oaks' wife and little daughter. They caught a lot of those gunners alive that day, but that son of a bitch got away. Until now. So thank you for that.
That's why he said it was
I'm
personal.
not gonna say anything else out of respect for Oaks, because he lost more than anybody that day.
You ain't heard about that yet, but that was the day the sheriff sent a message to the gunners. The day the FSD was born in their blood. You catch Oaks in the right mood and feed him enough whiskey, he might tell you about it himself. The rest of us don't talk about it because it's so personal for him. We just give him space. And the sheriff, well, the sheriff doesn't talk about it because she's a friggin' mute. Speaking of the sheriff, get this. She won't let me take that synth hunter job she's been looking to fill. Talk about some bullshit.
Good.
What?
She doesn't want to lose you again. Neither do I. Neither does Evan. Neither does anyone here.
I wouldn't say
For fuck's
overprotecting,
sake,
but,
Luna, I can handle myself.
Lily,
It's just
while
ain't
you're a
fair.
target,
You're right. It's not fair. And I'm going to tell the sheriff, and me and Gavin don't want you to have it either.
Damn it, Luna. You guys are killing me here.
The job's been open for a while. Did you ask yourself why you wanted it now?
It's hard to... It's just... When I saw the fake me on that cart, and them in their fucking lab coats, I can't describe it. The synths are a part of it. That Courser, he was just so brutal. And he knew what he was. And he enjoyed doing what he did. Those meat wagons ain't victims. They make them. Remember that.
Look, you just got back on your feet. You've been through hell. We're here for you, but we're giving you distance if you need it. Forget about the job, for now at least. Give it some time. Maybe you'll cool down and think better of it.
I'm gonna shoot every goddamn synth I see on the spot from now on. I promise you that.
Have you spoken to Rizzo yet?
You know, you're right, Luna. I didn't think about that. He's probably just getting the news right now that I'm still alive. I should head out there before he tries to come here and we miss each other. Good point.
I bet one of Crenshaw's scouts is around there. We can radio it in and tell Rizzo to sit tight. You can get over there tomorrow. First thing, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Tell you what, you finish up your tour with your friend here, and I'll head over to the department and make sure it gets done right away. Deal?
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Thanks for helping out, Luna. Have him tell Rizzo I'll leave for the garage first thing in the morning.
You got it. Now get going.
Okay, bye, Lou. I'll talk to you later.
Alright, Lily.
So Luna and her husband are refugees from Far Harbor. Luna ran with the Adam cult to survive after her father died when she was a tweener. That's why she's got a face tattoo. We call her Sister Luna. Well, she never really fell for the whole gods and uranium thing they were selling. Her husband, Sergeant McGilly, is the guy in charge of the security at the rear entrance. Luna says he was the local good guy. You know, the local constabulary by popular consent. Real good at his job, too. Helped a lot of little old ladies and shit. Makes him a natural as the rear gate point. They met in the woods by chance, and you know how it goes. One meeting became a lot of them, and Luna gets knocked up. Normally, it's a happy time, but Luna's cult would have killed her and her baby for it, and McGilly's people wouldn't have let him ever see her again. Each option ends with Luna and the baby dead in the woods from either starvation, the elements, or execution. Take your pick. So they packed up in the middle of the night, ran away south in this direction in a not entirely trouble-free trip. I found him in a spot of trouble way up north near Salem, bailed him out and let him down here. Turns out, Luna's dad was a tailor and blacksmith, so she earned her keep at the cult by fixing up that old marine armor for him. Now we got her. It's the skills that turn old combat armor and our plain white fabric into the threads you see our guys wearing. So I've known this next guy up here all my life. He was Arturo's mentor before... well, you'll see. We're real lucky to have him here with us. He was a chemistry or explosives expert or something with the military before the war. Knew all about ballistics, too. I'll let him explain it.
Alright, so Luna was the children of Adam.
Hey, Whitworth.
There's the lady of the year. Everyone's talking about you this morning. Lots of smiles in the bleachers today. Gary was real embarrassed you managed to sneak off. He tried telling everyone he discharged you. And quite the bullshit story to go with it. How you feeling, kid?
Okay, I guess. Still sore, but nothing I can't handle. You don't want to hear the details. I'll save those for Babs.
If you say so, kid. Just... after 250 years, I've seen a lot of scars and a lot of people. And it's the deepest scars that you can't see. Everyone was there when Bob and Gary dragged you into his medical bay. We saw those needles in your head. We saw the bruises all over you. What the Institute did to you. I've seen evil like that before. That sort of stuff leaves scars just like I'm talking about here. Now, I ain't saying you can't hack it, just... I don't know. You can ask anyone here if you need anything. You picking up what I'm throwing down?
Thanks, Whit. I ain't gonna deny I got a lot to sort through. Babs is there for me, though. I know everyone here is if I need it. Right now, I'm just here to say hi to my good friend, pick up some ammo, and introduce you to my friend here who helped Crenshaw rescue me.
Hey there. Crenshaw told us all about your adventure. At least the parts he was allowed to tell. Sounds like it got pretty intense. Those sardine can firefights ain't fun for nobody. Least of all your ears.
Yeah. At least we got Lily back.
Family first. That's our creed around here. I ain't never seen a better one in 2 centuries.
I like it here.
Ha! I like you already. We got a thing about gunner necks around here. I think you'll fit in nicely.
Yeah, that's it, really. Nothing wrong being a ghoul in Diamond City. Well, I guess they kick most of them out. I don't like the phrasing, that's disrespectful. Well, so be it.
Whether I'm actually in the sea is a matter of dispute. McDonough said I'm not. Probably because he doesn't have the minerals to send his goons up here to the sheriff's department to remove me. I used to live down there. I owned a majority stake in the weapons shop down there with Arturo as the other owner and my apprentice.
Ah.
When they banned ghouls, Arturo bought the rest of the shop off me, and I came up here to work for the sheriff, who was happy to have me on board. Last time I saw McDonough, he was flapping his lips about how it was illegal for me to live in the wall too, and I'd have to leave the fens entirely.
You know that Archer is a...
I told him if he wanted me out, he'd have to waddle his own fat ass up here and do it himself.
McDonough was willing to kick a ghoul with 200 years of firearms and explosives experience out of Diamond City for his poll numbers. The sheriff? And she's not so eager to shoot herself in the foot as the rest of Diamond City.
200 years of experience.
So now we got
but,
Whitworth in our corner.
You know that Archer is a stint,
That
right?
was several years ago. Needless to say, I ain't heard from McDonough or Danny Sullivan's goon squad since. And speaking of firearms experience, Lily, I believe this shotgun is yours. The sheriff recovered it a while back. I cleaned it up real nice, but didn't have the heart to put it up for sale. I was gonna give it to Barb for sentimental value, but, well, looks like you'll be needing it again.
Oh, there it is! Thank you so much, Whit. Me and this little baby been through a lot together. Check that out! Looks good as new! Hey, can I get 5 frag grenades and 10 boxes of shells for the gun while I'm here?
Sure thing, kid. Put it on Bob's tab as usual.
You know it! Don't worry, when I say Babs is rich from that fabric thing, I mean she's fucking rich! With a capital R.
God knows I wish I'd thought of making new fabric 150 years ago when I was living out of dumpsters. If you ask me, that ain't a greenhouse and a loom weaver she's got over there. It's a money printing machine. That lady's one smart cookie. Here's your grenades and ammo, kid.
Thanks. Hey, Luna was just telling me about this new place on the East Shoreline called the Manhattan Project. Maybe you should take your guitar there some night. See what happens?
Okay, so we really need to go to
Yeah,
shop.
I heard about it too. It's just east of the Harbour Master Hotel. Got a real nice patio. Unless the ocean swallowed it up in the last century. I always liked Sora. If anyone can keep that place together in the middle of this shit, it's her. Shame she didn't take the sheriff's offer for a job. I'll go ask Luna if she's heard anything else about him. Who knows? Maybe I'll see you there.
Awesome. I'll see you around, man. Gotta continue the tour here.
You watch yourself out there, kid. I'll see you again.
It's just living space beds down there. Nothing like
Very
a flash
bubbleheads.
designer, but it's part of the tour. With any luck, we'll catch Crenshaw before he heads out again, because I want to talk to him while he's still around. There's a good chance Harkins is there too. She's funny. Like the cynical aunt you wish you had known your whole life.
That place is big. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be.
Harkins is roomies with Oaks down here in the first room, who sold his place in the infield when he lost his family in the attack room I mentioned. She's the best goddamn shot in the Commonwealth, hands down. She backs up that claim every year by winning the Boston shoot-off, too. Nobody else has placed first since she got to town. I swear, she could shoot the pecker off a rad mite from the other side of the city. She heads up and trains the FSD snipers, teaches them about scopes, wind, other tactics, and even pressing their own bullets. She knows her shit. They're all over the place up in those buildings around here, and you'd never know it until you had a giant hole in your neck. She's one of the Four Horsemen, too. Ex-Brotherhood. Which explains why she can tell you how many grains of powder are in a hand by weight alone. Hey Linda, you still awake?
Lily, there you are. Yes, I was just reading my book a little before hitting the sack. How you feeling? Gary said he discharged you early, but I don't believe that for a second. He's too careful, and you're too stubborn.
Hey, you got me. Yeah, I went to Babs's room and passed out in her bed while she sat at a desk and worked. Gary never heard me leave. I'm a little slow still, but a lot of people want to see me, so I gotta do the rounds. I guess I put quite a scare into everyone.
The Institute put quite a scare into everyone. Not you.
I guess that's one way of looking at it. But I still wanted to see everyone. So, what's new with you?
Super lifer like me, nothing's new. Show the locals how to shoot straight and keep morale up. Ain't good as you, though. Ain't half bad. You know me, perch all night, sleep all day, party in between.
You still living it up at Good Neighbor?
Like I have a choice. The tap house is a dump and everyone in the dugout inn is too scared shitless of me to lighten up. Seems like I have a reputation. That leaves Good Neighbor as the only place left I can have a decent time. Best live entertainment in town to boot.
Hey, I don't know. Luna was talking about a new place called Manhattan Project. Yeah. Said they showed up wanting a ton of her undyed fabric. They're supposed to be over on the East Shore lines by the Harbor Master Hotel. I've mentioned them 3 times in a row now. Might be a hint. They're a bar and a clothing store run by Diamond City natives. Hey, you remember the security guard fired for breaking Danny Sullivan's nose?
Sorta, right? Didn't that little shit grope her? Then she went to McDonough who did the same thing, so she punched him too? I like her already.
Yeah, it was classic. Well, his sister worked for Becky Fallon. They left town and found an old bar, cleaned it up real well, like left field. But his sister is hauling a good load of caps making new clothes out of Luna's fabric in the same building. Maybe you should check that place out.
I should. Third rail's getting old, but Magnolia knows how to have a good time. Can't say that about Diamond City.
I have to agree with you on that. I mean, unless you find sleeping on a pile of trash exciting. Anyway, I wanted to stop by and introduce my friend who just got green zone clearance. Also, half the equation in rescuing me from the Institute.
We've met. About to get a shipment of those electronic game things for my snipers. Friend here made it happen.
So you're the one who got us those Pretendos? You should have told me. I friggin' love those games. Damn, now I owe you a drink.
So you heard about the telemetry that Iggy brought back, right?
Nah, they ain't telling me nothing no more. You believe that?
Given the Institute can read your mind now? Yes, I do believe it. It's a smart policy. I was actually asking because the sheriff isn't talking to anyone about it other than Babs and Lieutenant Dan. Guess it's pretty hush-hush. They were working real hard on something for the past 2 days while you were out. Practically locked in the sheriff's office. Crenshaw said the Institute was teleporting now. What the fuck is up with that? How much trouble are we in?
Fuck me, Linda. Fuck me sideways. I would have never believed it if I hadn't seen it myself. Surreal, now you see him, now you don't stuff. Big flash of light, some ozone, and then they're gone. Practically magic. The scientists would always come and go using it. Pretty hard to miss.
Got a feeling I know what the sheriff's using that telemetry for. But we shouldn't go speculating and spreading rumors.
Good point. How's the expansion going?
Expansion? Is that what you call opening a new thoroughfare through my bedroom to get at more space for people?
Well, when you put it that way.
I don't need a bunch of schmucks walking through my room like it's a hallway. I am my dresses. We have our work cut out for us, but it's enough space to make it worth the effort.
I thought we found a masonry cutter in the bay down there when we first reopened the place back up.
We did. Spears is gonna cut a new doorway to the expansion from the hallway so my room can stop being a highway. Just gotta find something big enough to cover that damn hole now. Maybe have you paint one of your famous murals over it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could do that. Just let me know when.
I will. Make sure it's something nice and bright, though. Nothing like your hangman tree out there.
Hey, that's not just a mural out there. It's a history lesson. But yeah, I got you covered. I'll do something real nice once you get that wall patched.
Sounds like a plan. Well, I'll let you get back to your tour now. Thanks for letting me know about that new place.
Sure thing. I'll see you around. Take care, Linda.
All right.
We're gonna go talk to Crenshaw now. Rumor has it you've met already. He's the head scout for the FSD. We're lucky he's in, because he's usually out on some extended patrol or something. But when he's here, he's roomies with Lieutenant Spears. He's like Harkins, Spears, and Dan in that he was under the sheriff's command in the Brotherhood of Steel and went AWOL with the rest of them. The lieutenants call him Iggy, when it's informal, on account of his first name being Ishmael. That's who Linda was talking about before. I used to know the Commonwealth better than he did, but he's got this thing where he just remembers everywhere he's been like he wrote it down. Anyway, they say he's from the West Coast Brotherhood of Steel, but they sent him to the capital to be their eyes on some radical elder guy and report back. He was assigned to the sheriff's squad, and the rest is history. Yo, Crenshaw! Glad I caught you. How's my other savior been?
There she is, our Diamond Lil. I knew you'd be up and around in no time. I just woke up not that long ago. I was getting ready to set out on another patrol.
So this is Crenshaw. You two met when you broke open the door before I could kill the Courser and escape on my own. Don't mind the room full of really fucking cool shit that he won't let me touch. I don't even know where he found most of it.
Hey, I'm usually the first on the scene. That means the coolest shit goes in my bag. It's the perks of being a scout. It's good to see you again. How's the eardrums? It's not every day you unload an assault rifle while locked in a sardine can.
It was worth it.
Damn straight it was worth it. We got our Lily back. Some things you just can't put a price on. But Lily, I'm glad you called me. So how you feeling?
I feel like everyone's been asking me that question. I'll sweat it, man. I'll be okay. Some weird dreams, maybe a headache or two.
That's the Lily I know. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and punch whoever knocked you down.
Except I can't this time.
What do you mean?
Sheriff. I told her I wanted that scent hunter job. She said I can't have it, end of story.
Seriously? Why not? You got the salt. I've seen it myself the other day. Ain't nothing in this world can stop you.
Fucking A, I could do it. She just wants to protect me. It's pretty obvious. I mean, obvious for the sheriff.
I hear you, Lily, but I've known the sheriff for almost 20 years. There's a part of her you crack that only one other person has. Ever.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Let me put it this way. I'm gonna give you a reason to not take that job.
Oh, great. Just what I fucking need. Nobody in my corner.
Hear me out. You know the story about Dry Fountain? That town in PA we got court-martialed for defending? And where the sheriff lost her arm, right?
Yeah. You guys did right by those people.
We did. But a big part of the reason we stayed was a little girl in that town who followed the sheriff around like a hero. She'd be around the same age as you now. Had no parents, nobody looking out for her. Like you, Lily. A lot like you. It didn't happen overnight, but she got to the sheriff. And the sheriff took a liking to that little girl. But the gunners killed her in that attack. And the Brotherhood had no sympathy. That changed her. Changed her forever. She's been trying to fill that hole ever since, usually with Gunner's blood. So, Hangman's Alley, that was payback for her too.
What are you saying, Iggy?
The sheriff never had a kid, Lily.
Well, yeah, none of you outcasts do. I always figured it was because you didn't meet the right cousin in the Brotherhood.
Cute. Okay, let me put it this way. Lenny, the guy who sold you out, his head is literally a red stain on the floor of the third rail. The sheriff lost control when she found him, and she never loses her cool.
Okay, what's this got to do with the sheriff not having a kid?
It was just the two of us talking one night, and she made me promise not to tell anyone. But, well, this is different.
Still not following, my man. What's that got to do with... Oh...
Not too bright,
Really
did
think
you?
so?
Yeah, she's looking out for you. Maybe you can look out for her this once.
But me? You mean... Like I'm her...
Lil, ask yourself if the sheriff you know would have stuck around after the gunner attack to help the ship of fools called Diamond City. All of this. The department, us, the power armor, this entire thing. When you strip it all away, she started this here for two reasons only. There's a lot of gunners she can pay back for Pennsylvania. And there's a girl she's looking out for. You. And I heard why you and Zeke started up the Atom Cats. That the sheriff wouldn't let you join the new force because you were too young. So, when you stop to think about it, the Atom Cats wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for her sticking around to look after you. But yes, Lily, that's how she sees you. She'd never admit it in 1,000 years, but it's the truth.
She told me to come find her when she got off. I figured she was just gonna warn me not to ask her again. Fuck, Crenshaw. You really think?
Yes, I do, without a doubt. Go easy on her, Lil. Just forget about the job when you go talk to her. Maybe find it in yourself to, reciprocate.
Okay, I'll drop it. I don't want to hurt her.
So you handled yourself out there pretty well. I gotta go finish this patrol, but come find me if you're planning on covering some ground. Maybe we can back each other up and I can get some scouting done while I'm at it. Win-win.
Sounds good.
Well then, till next time. Okay then,
And
well
I
I'm
like
out of here,
that we don't
Lily.
need to
Got
worry
some
about
reports
power
to make
armor
to the
today.
sheriff. Don't tell anybody what you heard here, okay?
Don't tell anybody what.
Exactly.
Stay safe, Lady Lily.
You too, Crenshaw. See you out there.
All right. Let's quickly have a look. Should have some. Oh yes, tons of metros. Where are you, lady?
We're gonna meet Commander Delano next. She works the window in the yellow zone and keeps the paperwork in line up there. She grew up in Nuka World and moved here to Diamond City with her sister when they got old enough to make it on their own some time ago. Her sister ended up marrying and having a daughter, Andy, with Sergeant Oaks. But like I said, they, both got killed in the gunner attack. So Angie's kind of been making sure he gets through life one day at a time since then. She took the staff deputy job a few years back to stay closer to him and moved into this next room here. She's big on interior decorating and classed up her joint. Judging by her room, you barely know there was a nuclear war. She just had a kid not too long ago. Named it after her dead sister, Abby. Evan usually babysits her during the day. Before you ask, the father was a settler who hit the road the moment he learned she was pregnant. Real piece of shit, so don't mention that. And before you ask, yet again, yes, this whole department wants to settle down with Oaks. It's just, Oaks is pretty damaged goods after his family died. But Angie's always been there for him. The whole best friend and sister of your wife thing and how obvious it is makes it kind of awkward. Real delicate situation, you know?
Okay, it looks like they have a lot going on.
Hey Angie, guess who?
There she is, on her feet and ready to throw down.
Oh gosh,
There was a small crowd around Gary's place. He wouldn't let us in. We were all so worried about you. How you feeling?
Got a headache for sure. But you know, I just needed to be home more than anything.
I understand the feeling. I spent a lot of time trying to make this into a home for me and Abby.
How's she doing anyways?
She's doing fine. She's settled down right now, so I'm using the chance to make up some new baby food. Evan is taking a lesson from Zwicky right now, so I've got to watch her. But she's never any trouble. I get to catch up on paperwork and decorating.
Speaking of little Abby, being in that lockup made me do a lot of thinking about life. You know. Well, how's Oaks doing? I didn't stop by to say hi to him just now because he's on duty. You know how he gets when you distract him, so give him my best.
He's Oaks. There's the front gate job and off duty. We eat together at the table most nights, but he doesn't say much. He just hurts. It's in his eyes. He never stops thinking about them. He can't sleep more than a few hours a night. His nightmares are too intense. I've seen him smile a few times at little Abby before he catches himself and stops. Like he remembers he doesn't let himself feel joy anymore. He never gives himself a moment's peace over it. The three of us need each other. He has to see that, doesn't he?
Rizzo has taught me guys are pretty remarkable at not seeing what they don't want to. Like it's obvious he needs you to. You would make a really good father to Abby. We all see that look in his eyes you're talking about when he's around her.
I know. He's so stubborn and proud. Sergeant Oaks, the brick shithouse at the front gate. You're the one who brought back that son of a bitch Gunner's head, right?
Yes.
I know it heals nothing in the long run, and it's not going to bring my sister or niece back. But, if nothing else, you send them a clear message. And Lily's right. That's the way we do things here.
I'm gonna leave you to some quiet time with Abby, because I gotta show your new neighbor here their room.
Oh, so they're giving the garage to you? Congratulations. I can't think of a better person to get it than Lily's hero. Don't take that red curtain personally. There's a lot of construction going on down there. It helps keep the dust out.
The sheriff said it was cool as long as the place doesn't stay a dump. So we officially gotta expand through Linda's room to get any more space now.
Oh, she's gonna love that news. You take care of yourself, Lily.
Alright. So what do we have next? Hello, you. Even. Right.
Alright, so we're gonna head on to your place now. Before you ask, these other two rooms here on the left are already spoken for.
Okay. Alright, I cannot fast travel, so hopefully we can access the outside world with just one load. Looks okay,
So
quite
here
big.
it is. It's the last bit of unclaimed open space in the department until we clear out near Hawkins' room. None of these garage doors down here work. But it ain't like any of us have cars anyway. It needs work, but it's big. The biggest room here yet. You got electric hookup, bathroom, and shower upstairs, dedicated rats, neighbors you've never met, and trash. Lots of trash. And it's all yours. Take a look around. Let me know what you think. Not that it matters, because I'm getting my room back either way. And we can keep on with the tour.
Alright, thank you. I would love to... quickly make a bed and save. Any paper anywhere? I need paper. I need paper. Where is the paper? Okay, let's see. Can I make a bed? Yes, I can. Alright. Save. Very good.
Hey.
So what you think? You ready to finish up the tour?
That will do nicely. I wish we could access the outside without 10 loads.
Looks like you get the biggest room in the house. I can hear the others grumbling about it now, but that's just the way it was built. Come on, I want to show you Babs' trippy magical room. I mean the other one. You've already seen the greenhouse.
I hope it's not going to be 5 loading screens again, but otherwise, yes, that's nice. It's going to be difficult to navigate. Can get lost pretty easily in there.
So this is the tunnel DP and his friends dug to fill up the center field greenhouse. Normally this is locked down real tight, so get a good look. Babs used some sort of underground radar thing she got from her vault to figure out where to dig before they even started. It was really cool. It looked like a damn lawnmower that she supercharged by hooking it into a fusion generator.
Oh.
Next thing you know, we're looking at a map of the dirt itself. Anyway, we're headed to a solid rock cavern that doohickey of hers detected. Wait till you see what's down there now.
Okay. It's getting brighter and brighter. Is that glowing? Yeah, that's what's glowing. I hope it's not radioactive. Green and glowing normally means radioactive, so I'm a little bit worried. Hey, what's going on here? Oh, another loading screen? Okay.
Tell me this cave moss isn't cool. See it pulse like that? Babs said it's technically not moss since there's no sunlight down here. Said something about chemo trophies or something. I don't know. I usually tune out when she starts talking nerd. This is where Babs stores the water for her greenhouse. She draws the water from old pre-war sources that are a lot deeper than we are now. But this down here, this is one of the secrets to our success. As much clean water as we need. Wait till you see it. It's so cool.
Clean water, huh?
So check this out. Isn't this place something? I like
Nice.
to come here to think when I can, but it's usually off limits.
Really nice.
You know, water supply and all. Babs works really hard to keep this water completely pure. And it's paid off with all that rat-free fruit she's got growing
And there are
up there.
fishes.
The water source is insanely deep below us in the bedrock, where no fallout will reach for thousands of years. Well older than pre-war. Then she purifies it with a Vault-Tec Ice 9 graphene purifier that she talked Vault 81 into giving her somehow. But she engineered the vines to draw the heavier elements out of the water, which removes most contamination before it even gets to the purifier. Crenshaw said it reminded him of something that a group on the West Coast was doing, using plants to remove radioactive contamination. What they remove gets deposited in those giant things that look like crystals there. I got no idea how it works.
Oh.
The vault purifier takes care of the rest of it topside. Babs tried to explain how that works to me too. I think I fell asleep. So have a look around, but don't go pissing in it or anything. And that's pretty much the orientation. Let me know when you're ready to leave so I can walk up behind you.
I take that fish. Okay, let me try to drink it. Am I gonna get sick? No. No rats either. Nice.
So what do you think about the synth hunter thing and the sheriff? Think I should keep trying to get the job?
I'm not sure you should do it, frankly.
Yeah, figures you'd be part of the conspiracy. I don't know. So many people telling me not to, but who else is stepping up?
Me?
That post has been open for months. Everyone's scared shitless of the Institute.
I'll do it for you.
I guess I'll talk to the sheriff after work and listen to what she says. She's never given me bad advice before. Fuck! There ain't nobody else doing it.
I'll do it for you.
Tell
I
you
just
what,
told you.
after I talk to the sheriff, I'm gonna haul ass over to the Adam Cat Garage to see Rizzo. Got some other unfinished business there to take care of. Meet me there when you're ready, okay?
Alright. Leave the cistern to complete the quest, so we'll just make sure that there is nothing else when we leave. This was pretty long, but a very nice introduction to the Bleachers. Can I take that? Stealing. I know Macri is gonna like it, but I'm not gonna steal from the FSD. Okay. All right. Well, I guess this concludes our episodes for today. We learned a lot. We learned we learned about how the FSD is actually making money and funding this entire operation, which is interesting. How they get the water, how essential Barbara is to the entire operation. A lot of good stuff, really. Very interested to see how this is going to evolve. Now, I'm not too sure whether we are in Bleacher 1 and Bleacher 2 right now. there are 2 major mods back to back. Hopefully we'll have a message telling us. The story is moving quite nicely, so I really like it. A lot of good design. The guys definitely put a lot of effort to it. The only small point so far is I'm not a big fan of all the loading screens. I can't fast travel, so I have to go through every door. I tend to edit them out when posting. But still, a lot of good work, great design, nice storyline, very, very good voice acting for the most part. Excellent. So far, really good. But for now, I will let you guys enjoy the rest of your day. If you like what you're seeing, like, subscribe, as always, it really helps. Or don't, that's also okay. I wish you guys a wonderful rest of the week. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
Got a certain anonymous client who's paying top dollar for a clean-up job. 3 locations. Everyone inside. No witnesses.
After helping me get Duncan's cure for MedTech, I figured I owe you something. And I always pay my debts. Here. I wanted you to have this. I know a carved toy soldier is a strange reward for risking your life, but this one's special. It means a lot to me. Speaking of which, it's about time we got back on the road, don't you think?
Don't you die on me!
Ha! Not bad.
So, here's what I'm thinking. What say I let you take over her contract? She goes with you, watches your back. Look, you'd be doing me a favor while I try to get the place back in order. What do you say?
Me! And her.